Boom! What's up, y'all? So check it out. Today, CEO of Whole Foods, John Mackey, made a statement that he does not and will not endorse the healthiness of plant-based meats. So he says these plant-based meats are highly processed foods, and as a vegan himself, he simply says they are not healthy in his opinion. Mr. Mackey says the brands are capturing the imagination of people, and I'm not going to name these brands because I'm afraid I will be associated with the critique of it. But some of these that are extremely popular now, that are taking the world by storm, if you look at the ingredients, they are super highly processed foods. He goes on to say, I don't think eating highly processed foods is healthy. I think people thrive on eating whole foods. As for health, I will not endorse that. And that is about as big of a criticism that I will do in public. Mr. Mackey concludes that plant-based meat substitutes may be valuable as a transition food for people to reduce and cease the consumption of animal products. Mr. Mackey also believes that plant-based meats are a better choice for the environment than regular meat. So y'all, I've tried many of the plant-based meats several times. I've tried the Impossible Burger at Burger King. Lana and I went out to dinner and we had the Impossible Burger at a restaurant. And we've also had the Beyond Meats here at the house. We've prepared lots of different of the plant-based meats here at the house, as well as the sausages. And they do taste decent. You could definitely tell the distinctive difference between a real meat dish, a real meat burger or sausage compared to the plant-based ones. And you know, in my opinion, it is definitely better for the environment to have the plant-based alternatives. But when you think about your health, I mean, how can you compare, you know, an elk steak or, you know, a high premium burger compared to, you know, some of the plant-based alternatives that have 30, 40 ingredients that have GMOs as well? And so I pretty much agree with the CEO of Whole Foods is that it is better for the environment. But in a health aspect, depending on where you're at in health, you know, I'd rather eat one real ingredient than, you know, 30 plus ingredients that are processed. So check it out. Here's all the ingredients in just one of the plant-based burgers. All right, y'all. So instead of just showing one of the product's ingredients, I'm doing a side-by-side comparison. This is the Impossible Burger and the Beyond Burger. You know, meatless, how do these stack up nutritionally? So let's just start off that the nutritional differences between these two burgers, as you can see, are not that huge. Both are under 300 calories for a 4-ounce burger, but there are a few differences worth mentioning with the ingredients. As you can see on this graphic, although the Beyond Burger is slightly higher in fat, it is much lower in saturated fat because it uses both canola and coconut oil, while the Impossible Burger only uses coconut oil. The Beyond Burger is also significantly lower in sodium and offers a small amount of fiber. Now let's look at the protein content for both burgers. The Impossible Burger is about 25% higher in protein, but there are also some important differences in where the protein comes from. The Impossible Burger gets its protein from wheat and potato. It also contains a small amount of soy, which I don't like. The Beyond Burger, on the other hand, is made from pea protein. For those who are sensitive to wheat and or soy, the advantage clearly goes to the Beyond Burger. However, pea protein can have different consequences. It's somewhat notorious for producing a lot of gas, hot and steamies, particularly if you're not used to eating it. So you might not want to try the Beyond Burger for the first time when you're on a first date. So in my opinion, y'all, when I'm gonna play with some semi-yummy nastiness, not the real thing, when I'm gonna eat a plant-based burger, either if it's at fast food or here at the house, I like the Beyond Burger. To me, it tastes better. It's got the better protein, the pea protein, which I like. It's better on the digestive system. It looks the same as a burger. It cooks the same as a burger. Also, I like the fact that Beyond Meat, the Beyond Burger Company, has done their due diligence, and they have some pretty rad stats that I'm going to read to you right now. According to a study commissioned by Beyond Meat with the Center of Sustainable Systems at the University of Michigan, a plant-based burger generates 90% less greenhouse gas emissions, requires 45% less energy, and has 99% less impact on water scarcity. Also, 93% less impact on land use than a quarter pound of traditional U.S. beef. So that right there, those facts, even if there are some GMOs, even if it is processed, for the planet, for the animals, it is a slam dunk. And that's what gets me a little bit confused of why the CEO of Whole Foods would sell Beyond Meat and Impossible Burger and some other different companies, but then criticize them and still sell them, possibly because of the facts for the environment. So I respect the fact that he's stating his opinion that he believes the processed food is unhealthy compared to whole foods, which I agree in. Me particularly, I probably wouldn't sell those, but maybe I would. I don't know, because I'm not the CEO. Because, it is a step towards a better diet than like everything processed foods. The standard American diet isn't all that healthy. And so, I think it's a slam dunk on the environment and the animals. I don't think it's a slam dunk overall in a long period of time to just consume those. If you're gonna eat meat, get some like real elk steaks, get some real meat. But yeah, I really like the studies that Beyond Meat does. And in my opinion, I like the Beyond Meat burger better. All right, y'all, so like I mentioned before, I've tried the Impossible Burger at one restaurant and the Whopper, but I'm gonna give you a list of where if you want to try these, if you don't have a Whole Foods, some of the Yummy Nastiness, the fried foods places, not the fried foods, the fast food restaurants around your town might have this plant-based alternative, so you can just flip over there and try it for yourself. Here's a good list. They're being sold all across various restaurants and fast food chains, like I said, with Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods securing partnerships with Burger King, Carl's Jr., the Cheesecake Factory, which I did not know. That's pretty rad. Del Taco, Dunkin, which is Dunkin' Donuts. Didn't know that. I wonder what they're selling. They selling a plant-based donut? That would be pretty gnarly. Fat Burger, Hard Rock Cafe, Little Caesars, McDonald's. McDonald's is getting in the game. Qdoba, Red Robin, Shake Shack, and White Castle. So it's coming, y'all. It's coming. It might be not the healthiest because it's plant-based and it's, processed, but it's good for the environment. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about processed foods. What kind of plant-based alternatives have you tried? What restaurant? Which one did taste better? Which one made you feel better? And don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, keep it raw, stay rad. Whoa, whoa!